Turn the floor back over to you witnesses again, so you'll be familiar with it. If you ever do get questioned about it, you'll be able to relay back, yes, I was there, and I heard how the connection was from the families. Oh, see you.
This is really marvelous, this work that's on the floor. Indian names are so touchy. Anytime you start talking about Indian names, there's always people who are off on the side saying, what did they do to deserve this? Yes. How come them and not me? It's my CIUs too. But when it comes out on the floor in a loving way, and people are here and they know how this is coming about. They know how this is coming about. And it's always good to cover, like what my spiritual father is doing here to his brother here, to cover him. Because the name is coming from that side too, from his, both coming from the same name. But covered him so that there's no hurt feelings. Covered him so that the Spirit will understand. For our beloved elder. Thank you for showing the young people. All right. Thank you for showing. We young people learn more by looking than we do by listening. Wasn't long ago, how many years back, I was invited by his late father to a building, his building. When I went there, my beloved CIUs stood up and let me know that her son was carrying the same name, Chadad Skatum. Showing our relationship. Showing our relationship. That's what's happening here. And like my brother was saying, if I just heard about it and nobody come and told me, I'd have been angry. I'd have been very angry if somebody didn't come and let me know. So I'm glad that you're taking care of this way, Siam. Very proud to be a witness to this kind of work. My hands is out to you. To both of you, to all of you elders in this room. I love you and I'm glad that you guys are here showing all of us young people how this is to be done properly.
Judd, I want to thank you for asking me to witness this good work. I'm glad that our elders are being a good example to us young people, that they're willing to share something that's so valuable as a name that comes from our family. And it's true that you need to let the families that are concerned, let them know what's taking place. Because I named my daughter and that same name came out, and the other family that used it, they never come and let us know. And still today I feel kind of bad that they didn't come and talk to us because my daughter already carried that name. There wouldn't have been no hard feelings, but we would have liked to have been there to follow along and show that on both sides of the border that name is being used and being recognized. But I'm glad that today the family come together and they talked it over and they worked it out, and they're willing to show that they belong to one tree. And that's what you're doing, is showing your identity. This very important name from a chief. So I'm just honored today to be a witness to him.
Good.
Again, I'd like to thank my cousin for honoring me as a witness again, thanking my neighbor Slavipkid for what he's done. teaching me how to go about bringing out a name from the family, especially when it's shared by two families. Many times we go to see a naming where one person will name a family member without going to the other family, and that family stands up and stops it because they weren't honored, wrapped in a blanket like this, recognized. I'm grateful for that. Teaching the young ones that's receiving the names how to go about receiving these names properly, involving entire families, not just your own immediate family. The name comes from way back, and we have to honor that. Like my cousin said, they honored it by feeding them yesterday. All this has to happen before this day comes in the planning. I'm grateful for that, Slabivka.
Good.
Hey.
All right. Good. Are you headed to Martha Street, please? Right now or when? After the work? Because you know we're going to use the witness for the work. We're going to use the same witness. You didn't get one away.
I'll say, you know, there's a lot of good words come out from the brothers. I'm just thankful that I stopped by. You know, I'll say I pop in. Maybe it's a good reason why this is a teaching for me. I'm just going to peek my head in and run away. But the Creator must have wanted for me to say a few words and to witness a few things here. And I'm thankful for Carmen, how she went through the channels in search of this spiritual advice from Slabivka and carrying on in that way, contacting these other ones from upriver. You know, it just gives me great honor to see this work Slabivka has on his mind. You know, I'm very thankful that the burning, that you can be there to witness. That's for your own good. So no harm may come to you, that you respect this name, the spirit of the name. Just these few words, just thanking each and every one that's here, from the youngest to the oldest. I'll see him.
I'm going to add something to the name. You heard from the two families here. Maybe some of you are familiar with the Treaty of 1855. Well, the name that comes from this family and this man carries today, Slabivka, when the treaty was being signed down here at Mukilteo in 1855, the chief Slabivka was upriver, and he didn't want nothing to do with it. He didn't want to go and sign that treaty. They went and pleaded with him to come down, and he refused. He would not come down. He didn't want to have no part of that treaty signing. So the name that our late father carried, Pateos, was a sub-chief, and he went and represented the tribe up here. But Slabivka would not. He was ready to go to war yet. He didn't want nothing to do with